I don't like Yeezus. Okay, we got the clip. Just if you're still here and you didn't click off, don't go away. That was just for, the clickbait. I got the clip. I can make it into a TikTok. People are going to be like, oh my God, how could he, how dare he say that? And then that's it. Anyway, let's just get on to the real review. Now, we all know Kanye West released Yeezus in 2013. This was his 6th studio album, I believe, right after My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which is considered by a lot of people to be a masterpiece. Now, personally, Yeezus, I don't like it that much. I'm just going to say it. I know I said the beginning was clickbait. It's not that clickbait. I enjoy it sometimes. I enjoy some of the songs. I like some of the songs. But as an album, I don't really like it that much. I think it is fine. It's not bad, but it's not amazing. I think compared to the other Kanye albums, this is maybe not the worst, but it's in the lower end. But that's just me. Now, a couple of months ago, I did this video on my other channel where I ranked all of Kanye's discography, and you guys didn't like it that much. I know, I'm sorry, but I gave Yeezus a D. Now, at the time, I thought this was his worst. I would give it probably like a 2. I really only like 2 songs from it, and that's Bound to and Black Skinhead. But now, after re-listening to it, I still don't like it, but I think I like it so much better than I did back then. And after re-listening to it, I still don't like it. I do think it's much better than what I would originally give it. I wouldn't give it like a 2. I wouldn't give it a D anymore. But I still don't think it's that good. Now, you're probably thinking, oh my God, why? This is the best piece of work there's ever been. There's no music better than this. Well, I don't know. I just don't like it. Yes, it's experimental. And yes, I do respect that he tried something different and he did succeed with it. Now, my biggest complaint for this album is that it is just noise. That was my biggest complaint and my biggest thing about this album, that this was just noise. Kanye went to like his keyboard and typed in a bunch of like beep boop beep boop boop, and it's like what SpongeBob would listen to in that Future episode. That stuff. That's what it reminds me of, SpongeBob Future music. But then after like time went on, I realized I was wrong. That's really only one song, and that's On Sight. I don't like On Sight. I think that is the worst song on this album, and probably one of Kanye's worst songs. I don't think it's his worst, but it's one of them. I like when he starts to rap, I like it, but I think when he's not rapping on it, when it's just the beat, it's just, I just don't want to listen to it. I don't want to listen to, that's just not what I want, okay? Now, when I listened to this a couple months back, I really only liked Bound to, Black Skinhead, and New Slaves. Those were like the best songs on this album. And I still think they are the best songs on this album. I think Bound to is probably the best song on this album. But I do think there are better songs. Not than Bound to. I mean, what did I just say? There are also good songs on this album that are other than the... Hold on. I'm not editing this out because you guys can see how long it takes me to record these, because I just can't speak correct sentences sometimes. What I meant to say is those 3 songs are good. They're probably the best, but there are also other good songs, and the rest is not just trash. Some of those other songs I like. So if I look over here, I said this in the welcome video. My OBS is there. I also have some notes so I know what to talk about, because, streamer brain, I forget a lot of things. I also like I Am a God, Guilt Trip, and I'm In It. Now, let's just talk about the features on this album. Of course, Frank Ocean on New Slaves is amazing. I really like the outro, even though it doesn't really fit the rest of the song. I still think it is a great outro, and would probably be better if it was that on its own instead of part of New Slaves, even though I still think New Slaves is great with both the parts in it. I just think it would be better. I'd probably listen to it more if it was just separate. But then again, I love Frank Ocean. He's probably one of my favorite artists. He might even be my favorite artist right now, and so I'm just biased. Also, Chief Keef, I really liked him on Hold My Liquor. Even though he was just the chorus, he didn't really have much else after that. I still like him. It was a pleasant surprise because I didn't remember him being on it. And when I listened to it, I was like, is that Chief Keef like singing right now? But I do think this is one of the rare cases where all the features on this album, and there are surprisingly a lot. I looked it up, and there are features on almost every song. Not on everyone, but like almost. I think out of like 7 of the 10 songs on this album, there are features on it. But I do think this is one of the cases where, with all the features, they all do their part. They all make the songs better, except for Blood on the Leaves. But I'll get into that. I think all the features on this album are great. They do their part, and they don't take away from the album. If it was up to me, I wouldn't take off any of these features because I think they all do a great job on the song, and they all make it better. I don't think it would be the same if any of them left. Now, I know I said except for Blood on the Leaves, and I'll tell you why. I hate that song. I don't know why. Listening to it again, I was like, it's not that bad, but I just don't like it. It just something about it just annoys me. Not Kanye's part. I like his part. It's just the part when the person on the song is like, blood on the leaves. I don't know why, but it just pisses me off. For some reason, it just makes me angry. But it's like when they do the really high leaves, like leaves. I know that was probably horrendous, but I'm keeping that in. Yeah, like I just didn't like it. I don't know. And I know I'm just saying I didn't like it over and over again. You all know. I have streamer brain. I don't know many big words. I can't really read that well, so it's like that. Now, I would say I think I am pretty biased because I remember first listening to this album, I didn't like it at all. Now I like it better, but I still don't like it that much. I just think the mix on like the songs, mostly on site, I just think it's too much. I know it's experimental. I've said I think it succeeds at what it's trying to do. It's just not for me. I don't like the loud music where it's like all in your face, like da 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 da. You know, in my head, I'm also comparing this to all the other Kanye albums, including My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Graduation, Late Registration, Kids See Ghosts, and all the other ones. And I think those are all so much better than this. I do think this album at the end of the day, it's fine. It's not bad. It's not amazing. But comparing it to all the other Kanye albums, it is definitely in the bottom tier. Not saying it's the worst, but it is definitely down there. I see people's lists saying that this is top 3, and I just don't get it. Please, in the comments, tell me why you like this, because I haven't really heard anyone say why they like it. Out of all the videos I've seen, they've never explained why they like it. They just say that they like it. Now, you're probably going to be like, oh my god, Cryptic, you just said a whole lot of nothing. And however long this video is, I'm trying to make it pretty short. I don't want to be here for like 10 minutes just shitting on an album, you know? So, I know I'm getting better at this, so this is my first review, so it's going to be a little bad. Don't worry. I don't like it. I can't really say why, because no matter what I say, people are just going to hate me for it. I just don't like it. I think it's too much. It's loud, it's obnoxious, and some of the times it's just stupid. Obviously, the 300, like the Romans line. I think Black Skinhead is a great song. That line, stupid. Now, you could be like, oh, but Cryptic, he meant to say it. It was actually so, I don't know, whatever. I saw it somewhere. Someone's been like, oh, he actually meant to say 300 like the Romans, even though it's not the Romans. It was the Greeks, the Spartans, and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't think he meant it. I think it was a mistake. And that's just me. I think it was a mistake. Sue me. I don't care. Don't unsubscribe. Don't dislike the video. Just comment what you think. Now, at the end of the day, I know I've been saying this album was pretty bad, but I'm going to give Yeezus a 6 out of 10. I don't remember. The little key thing will be right here. I don't remember which one that was. I think that was good. Maybe great. I think it was great. Bottom, it was a low great. I do think this is one of the worst Kanye albums, but it is not as bad as I remember. I remember I used to hate this album. I don't hate it that much. Some of the songs are unbearable. I'm talking about On Site and Blood on the Leaves. I don't like those songs. I would not go back to those songs, but I will go back to some songs like Bound to, Black Skinhead. Those are in my daily rotation, so I always go back to those. And some other songs that I just remembered about from listening to this again, like New Slaves, Hold My Liquor, I Am a God, you know, those things. Also, one last thing I wanted to say, I like how there are no features listed, so you can't really see them. But I like how on I Am a God, he does list God as a feature. I don't know. That gives brownie points. It's not going to affect the score, but I think it's funny. Just remember to subscribe, like the video, comment down some suggestions on other albums you want me to listen to. Doesn't matter what genre they are in. So it could be rap, pop, drill, trap, hyperpop, whatever, R&B. I know I just named like hip hop, but past hip hop, you can go to anything. I don't really care. I'll try and listen to it. I'm going to do videos every Saturday on a new album. Next week, I don't know what the review will be. Might be another Kanye album, might be Kendrick Lamar, Frank Ocean, The Weeknd, whatever. Might be anyone. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I might take whatever you suggest. So if you put an album in the comments, it might be next. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. Don't hate me for the review. 6 out of 10. It's decent. It's good. It's fine. It might be great. I don't know. I forgot the ranking, like I said. But yeah, that's it. Comment albums. And yeah, I've said it 3 times. Goodbye.